the online for? Oh, I guess we have a match to talk about too, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do. JFlex versus Pappi. Oh no, it's a good one too. Okay, yeah, I was about to.
Yeah, so we'll get back into that
stuff
later. But yeah, game one on Yoshi's Story. JFlex, of course, been kind of showing up lately with this Sheik. I believe he got 4th at a previous Xanadu. And just has been placing incredibly well overall. Pappi, of course, really, really talented. Texan, Falco. But JFlex is going to take first blood here.
Yeah, in a pretty convincing way. And also, I think like that's the benefit of Yoshi's, that I think a lot of Sheiks will kind of neglect. And Yoshi's is not typically thought of as... Actually, a lot of Spaceys like Yoshi's as a counter pick versus Sheik. But the quick kills and like the fact that you're so close to the edge wherever you are on the stage really benefit Sheik's strength.
Absolutely, yeah. And Pappi here evening it up right now. JFlex with a bit of corner pressure here, but the two kind of go back to neutral. One thing that I was noticing from JFlex in previous weeks, it seems like he has really solid fundamentals overall. Some of the parts where he might have been faltering were maybe some of his edge guards here. Right there, like it looks like he would have gotten it, but you know, Pappi kind of gives him the stock anyway.
Yeah. Wow, incredible edge guard.
Big grab, but the mash out early, really good awareness right there.
Okay, I do like this from JFlex, taking his time a little bit, especially when he's ahead. Forcing it versus Falco, especially when you don't have to, is a recipe to losing that.
Absolutely, yeah, and even here, you know, we saw like a couple maybe like flubs by the edge, but JFlex kind of able to pick it back up either way, still maintain advantage state, which, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if, as long as you don't get punished for whatever mistakes you might be making.
Right. Oh,
nice follow up there too, reading the DIN. Really solid trade. We take those all day.
Yeah.
And JFlex kind of making a lead right now, especially on a small stage. Pappi is a fairly aggressive space animal from what I remember. So, you know, I'm wondering what his counterpick's going to be if he just STs off the side.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
I was like, well, give him the stock. And he's like, no, you're right.
Yeah.
We'll think about our counterpick.
Yeah, I mean, JFlex was just all over it, man. It's just I don't really know. I don't know what Pappi's game plan has to be moving forward for this.
Yeah, it seemed like game plan was it seemed like game plan was a little bit like still in place. It was just like execution for me.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely like big execution errors that like JFlex was punishing. It looked like a little bit like those small mistakes ended up being longer, but that's just because like JFlex's punish tended to be a little bit slower and like a little bit more piecemeal.
Right. Yeah, and this makes sense going back to the same stage again. I think, you know, Pappi probably enjoys having the, you know, close quarters situation here. He can pressure the side really well. Nice power shield there. Is he going to be able to pick it up? Not quite, but, you know, still off stage with JFlex. Styling a little bit. What's the follow-up? And doesn't quite get it. Looks like I'm lagging a little bit behind at the moment.
Same. But yeah, it did look like Pappi dropping some edge guards, especially on Yoshi's against Sheik. Like, those are really like... That's an indicator that he's not playing super solid.
Sure.
And, you know, if JFlex is allowed to have those sort of freebies, then I think he's gonna run away with it because,
Ow,
you know,
such aggressive lasers too. He's doing it like point blank, and that's the second time he's been hit out of shield. JFlex is ready for it every time. Nice connection there, not quite able to bring it back up, and the Nair out of shield, of course, gonna take the stock.
And that's a really fast Nair out of shield. Interesting. Pappi is finding some hits, but it feels like he's going in further when it's not like a real combo.
He read a lot, and that was really good. All right, back to neutral right now. Pappi with the pressure. He's just aggressively approaching these platforms too, the both of them. Nice, there it is.
Yeah, this lower percent is really important for Pappi. Oh, and he loses that like, crouch cancel percent. Yeah.
And this is big damage. This could spell a whole stock, but doesn't quite make the reaction on that. And we go back.
JFlex is in a much better position prior to that punish though, because now his aerials are a lot safer on hit. He doesn't need like the cleanest hit to convert. Ooh, and jabs are not getting punished either, so that's pretty good for JFlex.
Very close to that forward air trading with the dare. Barely sneaks it out, and Pappi maintains advantage as a result. What's the follow-up? Shine. There it is.
There it is. I'd like to see Pappi play this a little bit slower.
Yeah, of course. You know, JFlex definitely going to just look for the out-of-shield nair again. It looks like he's been picking that up every time. Or if he can just grab a trade where, you know, Pappi's not ready on the DI, then that'll do it too.
Ooh, interesting.
Big trade.
All very interesting.
Ooh, that was almost super unique pressure. I feel like Pappi was looking for a slide off there on that right platform, and the dare would have covered it, which would have been insane. But, you know, still with the advantage on stage. It's a rough position for JFlex, but he gives up the ledge early.
Oh, and he's respecting him, covering the roll in, but not with the hard hit. JFlex got his footing now, and Pappi getting like inch towards the center. Oh, he's going in.
Yeah. No, Pappi was nervous, man. It was just.
Yeah. I definitely
felt you know, the floating in kind of back air situation there. You double jump back, landing through the platforms, like just trying to hit with anything that's gonna kill right there. You know, he tries to poke with that shine at the top of the shield. JFlex looking for the shield grab, can't quite get it, and our stocks are set rather is even at 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like that might have been just the difference maker between like not SDing and SDing.
Sure.
But I also think that like Pappi might be like overextending a bit where he doesn't have to.
Right.
Yeah, but he is still playing some of his advantages. Like we're seeing him like get a down tilt off of crouch or like see like rolling out when he just like takes a hit.
Right, and slight percentage advantage going over to JFlex at the start of this match. How do you feel about the battlefield pick here from JFlex?
Yeah, thank you very much for asking. Like you were just saying at the end of that match with how Pappi was moving around the platforms, looking for that kill move, he uses Pappi in particular uses the top platform really, really well. And I think like tri-stage platforms with Falco who plays like that is going to relieve a lot of pressure because it's sort of like a get out of jail free card unless the Sheik starts calling out those jumps to platform. Nice.
Maybe a miscue there. It looked like he drifted a little bit below, and then had to exhaust his up B. So Pappi ready for it.
Ooh, look at that real close laser. What do you get even if it hits?
Nice pressure there. Good, really late dare there, but doesn't quite get the follow up, and we're back at neutral.
Can you cover the platform? They're both sort of back airing at each other.
Wow, yeah, again, dude, JFlex is just on these wake-up options. We saw it the last game, too. He hit the jab reset, he hit the spot dodge with the down smash. He's ready for everything right now. And can he follow it up here?
Oh, he does, actually. Yeah, the low angle from Pappi not being able to get back on stage because he covers ledge. That little, like, spot dodge call-out that we saw from JFlex to get the regrab, I feel like it's a pretty old-school style.
Right.
He calls out unsafe delay. Pretty old school where it's
Falco
like
classic right there. Just let it rip. See what happens.
Because if it hits, it hits. But yeah, when you can get that kind of read, I feel like old school players will be like, maybe I didn't execute this perfectly to get the true follow up, but like the delayed mix up allows me to neutral my way to getting a conversion instead.
Right, yeah, you know, we've been kind of doing play-by-play for a lot of the match, but these two are kind of just beating each other up, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
They're just going at it.
I think you're exactly right. I was just trying to think of, like, the thought process or through line, but they are not, like, the only the dead air that I think we're having is just, like, when they're, like, at mid-range of each other.
Right,
and they
time between
kill.
stocks or whatever. It's, But, you know, speaking of, we're on last stock situation. Oh my god! That's also the Falco classic, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah,
the
absolutely.
rising dare when you get thrown off stage is, you know, fool me once, shame on me, but all it took was one for that one to close out the set.